The Power of 3, for PMP students, Process Group and Process Test. Question 1. You're leading a project that's just moved from planning to execution. Your next focus is to ensure the project team's performance aligns with the project requirements. What is your immediate step? A. Revisit the project's financial constraints. B. Foster team development and collaboration. C. Update the risk register with new findings. Correct answer, B. Foster team development and collaboration. Rationale: after planning, the focus should be on enhancing team performance for successful execution. Question 2. As a project manager, you're in the final stages of the project. You're preparing a document that will signify formal acceptance of all project deliverables. What are you focusing on? A. Gathering lessons learned for future projects. B. Ensuring all procurement contracts are closed. C. Finalizing the project documentation for stakeholder approval. Correct answer, C. Finalizing the project documentation for stakeholder approval. Rationale: closing stages involve obtaining formal acceptance of deliverables. Question 3. Your project is in its initial stages, and you're determining the detailed project requirements and specifications. What is your current focus? A. Defining the scope baseline for the project. B. Developing a comprehensive risk management plan. C. Establishing a clear communications plan with stakeholders. Correct answer, A. Defining the scope baseline for the project. Rationale: initial stages require defining the project scope clearly. Question 4. In your project, you are now focusing on outlining how changes to the project scope, schedule, and costs will be managed. What are you in the process of developing? A. A strategy for stakeholder engagement. B. Guidelines for performance measurement. C. A plan for managing project changes. Correct answer, C. A plan for managing project changes. Rationale: managing changes requires a clear plan covering scope, schedule, and costs. Question 5. You're in the midst of project execution and need to communicate project performance and required changes to stakeholders. What is your key activity at this stage? A. Reassessing the project risk profile. B. Conducting a comprehensive project audit. C. Reporting on project progress and variance. Correct answer, C. Reporting on project progress and variance. Rationale: execution phase requires regular updates to stakeholders on project progress and any variances. Question 6. You are developing a breakdown of work for the project, decomposing it into levels. What should you do next when you have completed this? A. Create a project charter. B. Apply decomposition techniques to the project. C. Define and sequence the project activities. Correct answer, C. Define and sequence the project activities. Rationale: after creating a work breakdown structure, WBS, the next step is to define and sequence activities. Question 7. After completing the project charter, which includes high-level project and product descriptions, what is the next step? A. Develop a detailed project scope statement. B. Identify project stakeholders. C. Estimate project costs. Correct answer, B. Identify project stakeholders. Rationale. Once the charter is complete, identifying stakeholders is a critical next step. Question 8. Once you have identified the project's stakeholders, what is the next important step to take? A. Develop a project management plan. B. Plan stakeholder engagement. C. Define project scope. Correct answer, B. Plan stakeholder engagement. Rationale. After identifying stakeholders, planning how to engage them is crucial. Question 9. You've just established the project's scope baseline. What should be your immediate focus now? A. Develop the project schedule. B. Create a cost forecast. C. Perform qualitative risk analysis. Correct answer A. Develop the project schedule. Rationale. Establishing a scope baseline is typically followed by schedule development. Question 10. After finalizing the project schedule, what is the next critical step in the project planning process? A. Develop the benefits management plan. B. Create a register of benefits. C. Execute the project plan. Correct answer, C. Execute the project plan. Rationale. With the schedule finalized, execution of the project plan is the next step. Question 11. You have just identified all the stakeholders for your project. What is the next step you should take? A. Develop a project management plan. B. Plan stakeholder engagement. C. Create a project charter. Correct answer, B. Plan stakeholder engagement. Rationale. Stakeholder identification is followed by planning how to engage them effectively. Question 12. You've completed the risk identification process for your project. What should you focus on next? A. Develop a project schedule. B. Perform qualitative risk analysis. C. Create a project budget. Correct answer, B. Perform qualitative risk analysis. Rationale. Risk identification is followed by qualitative analysis to prioritize risks. Question 13. Your project team has just finished defining the project scope. What is the immediate next step? A. Develop a project management plan. B. Create a work breakdown structure, WBS. C. Identify project risks. Correct answer, B. Create a work breakdown structure, WBS. Rationale. After defining scope, creating a WBS is essential for breaking down work into manageable parts. Question 14. You have just finalized the project management plan. What should you prioritize next? A. Direct and manage project work. B. Develop team. C. Risk management plan. Correct answer A. Direct and manage project work. Rationale. Finalizing the project management plan leads to the execution phase, where directing and managing the work is key. Question 15. You've completed the initial cost estimation for your project. What is the next step in the planning process? A. Determine the project budget. B. Define project scope. C. Develop a schedule management plan. Correct answer A. Determine the project budget. Rationale. After estimating costs, the next step is to consolidate these estimates into a formal budget. Question 16. You are developing a breakdown of work for the project, decomposing it into levels. What should you do next when you have completed this? A. Create a project charter. B. Apply decomposition techniques to the project. C. Develop a project schedule. Correct answer C. Develop a project schedule. Rationale. After completing the WBS decomposition, the next step is to develop the project schedule. Question 17. After completing the project charter, which includes high-level project and product descriptions, what is the next step? A. Develop a detailed project scope statement. B. Identify project stakeholders. C. Estimate project costs. Correct answer B. Identify project stakeholders. Rationale. Following the project charter, identifying stakeholders is the next crucial step. Question 18. Once you have identified the project's stakeholders, what is the next important step to take? A. Develop a project management plan. B. Plan stakeholder engagement. C. Audit project quality. Correct answer B. Plan stakeholder engagement. Rationale. Planning stakeholder engagement follows stakeholder identification to ensure their needs are met. Question 19. You've just established the project's scope baseline. What should be your immediate focus now? A. Develop the project schedule. B. Create a quality baseline. C. Perform qualitative risk analysis. Correct answer A. Develop the project schedule. Rationale. After setting the scope baseline, the project schedule is typically developed next. Question 20. After finalizing the project schedule, what is the next critical step in the project planning process? A. Calculate how long each task will take. B. Apply leads and lags to the schedule. C. Execute the project plan. Correct answer C. Execute the project plan. Rationale. Once the project schedule is finalized, executing the project plan is the next key step. Each question and rationale focuses on the logical sequence and dependencies within project management processes, encouraging a deeper understanding of the PMBOK Guide's principles. Of course, here are the questions from 21 to 40, each with the correct answer and rationale. Question 21. You are in the process of carrying out a quantitative risk analysis. What should you do next? A. Categorize the risks by type. B. Apply leadership concepts for implementation of responses. C. Use PESEL, VUCA, and TCOP to assess the risks. Correct answer B. Apply leadership concepts for implementation of responses. Rationale. After quantitative risk analysis, the focus shifts to planning and implementing risk responses, requiring leadership and strategic decision-making. Question 22. You have just finished developing your project's work breakdown structure, WBS. What should you do next? A. Decompose the project deliverables. B. Estimate activity resources. C. Define the scope of the project. Correct answer B. Estimate activity resources. Rationale. Following the development of the WBS, the next step is to estimate the resources required for each activity in the breakdown. Question 23. You are in the process of developing the project schedule. What is the next step? A. Define project activities. B. Sequence the project activities. C. Estimate activity durations. Correct answer, C. Estimate activity durations. Rationale. After scheduling activities, the focus is on estimating how long each activity will take to complete. Question 24. You have completed the Identify Risks process in your project. What should you do next? A. Brainstorm potential risks. B. Perform qualitative risk analysis. C. Document the risk management plan. Correct answer, B. Perform qualitative risk analysis. Rationale. Following risk identification, the next step is to assess and prioritize these risks based on their impact and likelihood. Question 25. You are finalizing the project management plan. What is the next critical step? A. Develop the project charter. B. Direct and manage project work. C. Create a detailed project scope statement. Correct answer, B. Direct and manage project work. Rationale. Once the project management plan is finalized, the next phase is to start executing the planned project activities. Question 26. You have just conducted a stakeholder analysis. What should you focus on next? A. Identify all potential stakeholders. B. Plan stakeholder engagement. C. Develop a communication management plan. Correct answer, B. Plan stakeholder engagement. Rationale. After identifying stakeholders, it's crucial to plan how to engage them effectively throughout the project. Question 27. You are in the process of monitoring and controlling project work. What should you do next? A. Update the project management plan. B. Develop the project management plan. C. Direct and manage project work. Correct answer, A. Update the project management plan. Rationale. Monitoring and controlling often lead to changes or updates in the project management plan to reflect current project realities and performance. Question 28. After completing the defined scope process, what is the next step? A. Collect project requirements. B. Create a work breakdown structure, WBS. C. Develop the project charter. Correct answer, B. Create a work breakdown structure, WBS. Rationale. Once the project scope is defined, the next step is to break down the project deliverables into smaller, manageable components in the WBS. Question 29. You have just finished estimating activity durations. What should you do next? A. Define project activities. B. Develop the project schedule. C. Create a project calendar. Correct answer, B. Develop the project schedule. Rationale. After estimating how long activities will take, the next step is to develop the overall project schedule. Question 30. You are finalizing the resource management plan. What is the next critical step? A. Estimate activity resources. B. Acquire project resources. C. Develop the project team. Correct answer, B. Acquire project resources. Rationale. Once the resource management plan is complete, the next step is to acquire the necessary resources for the project. Question 31. You have just conducted qualitative risk analysis. What should you focus on next? A. Identify project risks. B. Perform quantitative risk analysis. C. Develop the project charter. Correct answer, B. Perform quantitative risk analysis. Rationale. After qualitative risk analysis, the process generally moves to a more detailed quantitative risk analysis to numerically analyze the impact of risks. Question 32. After closing a project phase, what should you do next? A. Validate the project scope. B. Begin the next project phase. C. Develop a project management plan. Correct answer, B. Begin the next project phase. Rationale. Closing one project phase typically leads directly to the commencement of the next phase. Question 33. You've just completed the planned stakeholder engagement process. What is the next step? A. Identify stakeholders. B. Manage stakeholder engagement. C. Develop the project management plan. Correct answer, B. Manage stakeholder engagement. Rationale. After planning how to engage stakeholders, the next step is to actively manage and implement those engagement strategies. Question 34. After finalizing the cost baseline, what should be your immediate focus? A. Estimate project costs. B. Control project costs. C. Develop the project budget. Correct answer, B. Control project costs. Rationale. Once the cost baseline is established, the focus shifts to controlling costs to ensure they stay within the baseline. Question 35. You have completed the planned communications management process. What is the next critical step? A. Identify stakeholders. B. Manage communications. C. Monitor communications. Correct answer, B. Manage communications. Rationale. After planning how communications will be managed, the next step is to implement and manage those communications throughout the project. Question 36. You're in the process of conducting procurements. What should you do next? A. Develop a procurement management plan. B. Control procurements. C. Plan procurement management. Correct answer, B. Control procurements. Rationale. During the procurement process, the next step is to control and manage these procurements to ensure they align with the project plan. Question 37. You've just finished creating the project schedule. What is the next critical step? A. Define project activities. B. Control the project schedule. C. Estimate activity durations. Correct answer, B. Control the project schedule. Rationale. After the project schedule is created, it's important to control and monitor the schedule to manage any changes or deviations. Question 38. After identifying all potential project risks, what is the next step? A. Brainstorm potential risks. B. Document the risk management plan. C. Perform qualitative risk analysis. Correct answer, C. Perform qualitative risk analysis. Rationale. Once risks are identified, the next step is to assess them qualitatively for their impact and likelihood. Question 39. You are in the process of managing project knowledge. What should you do next? A. Develop the project management plan. B. Monitor and control project work. C. Perform an integrated change control. Correct answer, B. Monitor and control project work. Rationale: managing project knowledge is an ongoing process that aligns with monitoring and controlling the overall project work. Question 40. After finalizing the stakeholder register, what is the next critical step? A. Identify stakeholders. B. Plan stakeholder engagement. C. Develop the project charter. Correct answer, B. Plan stakeholder engagement. Rationale: following the finalization of the stakeholder register, the focus shifts to planning how to effectively engage these identified stakeholders. These questions and rationales are designed to provide a comprehensive understanding of the sequence and logical flow of project management activities, testing the depth of knowledge in project management methodology.